dyes, and chemicals that prevent the ink from drying up in the reservoir and fading on the paper. Ink is a surprisingly valuable liquid. Milliliter per milliliter, it's worth about 30 times more than champagne. In this model, the black ink cartridge holds 10 milliliters of ink. The colored cartridges hold 4.5 milliliters each: yellow, cyan, light cyan, magenta, or light magenta. Combining these 6 colors can create 16 million colors. With 4.5 milliliters of ink, a single cartridge can fire 900 million droplets, enough to print hundreds of pages. So how does the printer manage this technical feat? 4 small motors play a major role. There's the motor that runs the paper grabber, and another that feeds the sheets of paper into the printer. A third motor moves the printhead assembly back and forth across the paper. And this one activates the ink pump. These 4 motors coordinate to make things run smoothly. Their smooth operation really pays off when the printhead comes into play. The head is made of silicone, easy to shape and sculpt into the 3,900 tiny nozzles that fit on the printhead. These are the 3,900 mini kettles that will boil the ink. There are 650 nozzles, or kettles, for each color of ink, each nozzle handling just one color. A nozzle really works like a kettle. Inside, an electric current quickly heats up a tiny element. When it's super hot, the ink boils and vaporizes. So it expands. As it expands, it forces a droplet of ink out of the nozzle. The heating element turns off, and fresh ink from the cartridge rushes in to refill the nozzle. It happens incredibly fast, each nozzle firing 24,000 droplets of colored ink every second. And when it comes to black ink, the nozzle fires off 36,000 droplets a second. But speed isn't everything. Timing is also crucial. Every single droplet must be shot at precisely the right moment to form text and images on the page. As the printhead skims about 1 millimeter above the paper, the printed circuit board orchestrates the ink shooting sequence so that millions of individual droplets always hit their bullseye. Wow, talk about having the right stuff. Suddenly, this familiar office fixture is a lot less boring than it looks. Imagine 3,900 minuscule kettles heating ink until it boils up and shoots out onto a sheet of paper. The inkjet printer really knows how to make a mark. Next, the robotic floor cleaner. Sensors and laser beams help it clean where it has to, so you don't have to. A robot